Hello everyone, this is Mani. Welcome to the daily news protocol of the news analysis of the Hindu newspaper of Delhi edition, contributed by Vishnu IAS Academy. Now we are going to see the news articles for the date 28th March 2022. Listed are the topics for the day 28th. Now let's see the first topic, the era of an unemployed India. In recent days, in last week, we have seen a news article saying unemployment. The unemployment rate is being raised. We have seen that news, right? Now, we are here to discuss more about this article. If we can see the percentage of unemployment, it is 6.1% told by NSSO, right? If we can see another body, Center for Monitoring Indian Economy, CMIE, it has estimated that nearly 53 million Indians were unemployed, and from that a large proportion are of women. It is very much a concerning point to be noticed. And also if we consider the downward pressure is there, it is being unleashed by the influx of overqualified youth who are aspiring for the middle and lower rank government jobs. It is the main concern we are going to discuss for today. Indian youth are aspiring to get into the government services. In recent days, it became a very much emerging and trending criteria for the youth of the Indians. But if we consider, regarding the remuneration and the profits and the benefits coming out of the government sector and the private sector, we can consider the youth can get into the government services of lower rank and middle paced. Why? Because as we all know that there are government services, but the entire government services can't recruit the entire youth of the India, right? There should be some people of the youth should be transferred to some other areas, to some other sectors like private sectors. But here the concerning point is the youth are stuck in here in itself, which is lower rank government jobs. If we consider the reasons for this, why youth are going behind the government services? Why? Because it is very much secured profession. It gives greater job security for the youth. Of course, it's very much right. Why? Because if any person go into the private sector, there won't be any job security for him, and there will be difficulties, and he should be upgrade himself entire his lifetime. He should learn, he should show his skills, and all these points are making the youth to choose the government sectors. And also most of the government jobs would be social service oriented and also give the societal recognition and the self satisfaction to the person who are being employed into the service. So if we consider another points, because the government jobs being limited are reducing in number due to the contractualization. It is the key term, please note down, and outsourcing. But as we have discussed earlier, this is the requirement, this is the importance of the government jobs, and it is the criteria of government jobs giving to the considering by the youth. But here what's happening is some of the already government jobs are less. I mean, these are not sufficient for the large amount of the human resources of our country. So if these less government jobs are getting distributed under the contractualization and outsourcing, there would be reduction in the direct recruitments. So that's why the authorities and administrators should balance the criteria and the sectoralization of these areas. And also overqualified candidates. We can see every year so many people will get graduated, right? And also being a populist nation, India will produce many number of graduates every year. But these people who are being overqualified are applying for the lower lower jobs to their level, and they are creating the competition higher. The deserving candidates, the real deserving candidates are not able to get their position to which is matched to their qualifications. Why? Because these overqualified candidates are not able to get their jobs in their area of expertise. And these are all the points in concern. So now let's move on to the next topic. Poverty rose but income inequality fell. It is also a deep concept to be discussed. If we can see the poverty, even though we are in the V-shaped recovery, output remains about 10% lower than 2019. It is a very important fact to be noticed in your mains answers. If we consider extreme poverty, what is the extreme poverty defined by the World Bank? It is in recent days increasing and increased by 11.7% by in 2021. So that's why there is a concern, and also this poverty is showing effect on inequalities. Okay, but we have to consider an important point here, that the inequality is not rising, but it has fell down in recent days. Okay, so the income inequality fell almost 30% in urban areas. The reason is government transfers, business profits, labor income. All these are the reasons to be considered. And also, so that's why the inequality has fell down. And also we can consider one of the factors for this is the pandemic and the crisis. But we need to sustain this inequality, of course reducing the poverty. We should find ways to maintain the equality all over the society. Now let's move on to the next topic. India's space economy valued at 36,794 crore rupees. The emerging area and also benefited area of India, which can give profits and international recognition, is nothing but the space sector. Its economy is valued at this much in recent days, and also it is of first estimate. Points like these are important for your preliminary examination. And also the sector has evolved considerably and now accounts for about 0.23% of GDP, says a study by two premier institutions. The 0.23% of GDP is important. And also the institutions which have estimated this figure are CDS, it is also important, and the IIST, Center for Development Studies, and Indian Institute of Space Science and Technology. In the backdrop of this news, if we consider the space sector of India, there are programs being conducted by our union government. That is, Indian space program is there for our India. It is organized by ISRO. The nodal agency for this is ISRO. And the objectives for this, if we consider the objectives for this, the resource management, such as mineral resources, agriculture, marine resources, etc. are the main objectives of this program, and also environment conservation. The rule has come that the 9 places were given where the state government can declare the minorities. Those states are these: Ladakh, Mizoram, Lakshadweep, Kashmir, Nagaland, Meghalaya, Arunachal Pradesh, Punjab and Manipur. They can establish and administer educational institutions of their choice, which is mentioned in our constitution. Okay, so that's why if we consider any constitutional provisions regarding this topic, the term minority is not mentioned in the constitution. It is very important. You can get points like this in your preliminary examination. And also, if we see other constitutional provisions, 3 articles of constitution are saying that Article 29 is stressing out on they can promote their own language and script or literature and culture. And also Article 30 is saying that they can establish and administer educational institutions of their own choice. And also Article 51A is saying that a special relevance for the minorities is there in the constitution. And also if we consider if there are any schemes regarding this area being established and run by the government, there are some for your reference: Ustad scheme, Hamari Darohar and Nayi Manzil, Nayi Roshini. These are the schemes. And if we consider if there are any statutory bodies in our India regarding minorities, there is one National Commission for Minorities.